Hey, what's up, everybody, and welcome to my New Japan Pro Wrestling Dominion review. And man, what a show! A lot of big announcements going on that have to be spoke on. So I got to come back with this review. Haven't really done a New Japan review in a while, to be honest, but I think since maybe Wrestle Kingdom, if I'm not mistaken. But I had to come back to Dominion. This is like their second biggest show, and a lot of implications, especially leading into Forbidden Door. Is going to happen, but still a lot going on in regards to the G1 and a lot of things. So let's get into it right now. Now, yes, we did have some, of course, some multi-tag matches. This is in Osaka Joe Hall. I don't know why I look smaller for some reason. I know they don't. I know they still let more people in the building, but they still can't really chant. Like I said, COVID restrictions are still somewhat bad, but they're getting better over there. So that's all you can really say about that. But I think they have let more people in the building. They just kick it off with the United Empire, Aaron Hanare, TJP, and Francisco Akira with boxer Jesse Vargas out there. That was at ringside with them, going against Master Wato, Ryusuke Taguchi, and Tenzan Manabu Nakanishi was out there with them. Not much to say from this. Just a basic six-man out there. Hanare getting the win with the submission hold, having Tenzan tap out. So good opener. Next, Bullet Club, Taiji Ishimori, El Phantasmo, and Ace Austin. I still think it's kind of, they just let anybody in here right now. It's like, okay, we got the X Division champion in there. But they got a lot of junior weights, I could say that, in Bullet Club right now. Between Ishimori, Phantasmo, Ace Austin, and Chris Bay. You gotta have two Bullet Club members from Impact, I guess. So there you go. But I still think a lot of people want to see Chris Bay actually wrestle in a New Japan Pro Wrestling ring, but maybe that'll come at some point. But they went against LIJ of Tetsuya Naito, Bushi, and Hiromu Takahashi. One thing I've kind of found it strange was that they did not do the junior heavyweight title match at Dominion. You'd think it would have happened after Hiromu just won the Super Juniors like for the fourth time. I personally don't think Hiromu didn't need to win another one of these things. I don't think he needed it. I still think Desperado should have won. I get it's 4, but I didn't think he needed a three-peat for this. I kind of expected someone else to win the best of the Super Juniors. But, I guess they're not going to do that match like a couple days later, I think, at Corrigan Hall. But I think New Japan Road, they're doing the title match. But I was kind of like, wow, they're not going to do the junior title match right now? Okay. Phantasmo got the CR2 for the win, and stuff. So Bullet Club went from there. Toru Yano went against Doc Gallows. Listen, man, when it comes to a Yano match, it's going to be a lot of shenanigans. Yano hit, Gallows with a low blow and got the win, and Gallows tried to chase it, but Yano got out of there. So, a lot of, sneaky stuff from Yano most of the time. Next, right after that, but right after, I think the Never Open Weight belt was on the 6-man, if I'm not mistaken. House of Torture, Bullet Club, whatever, Evil, Yujiro Takahashi, and Sho going against Suzuki-gun, Zack Sabre Jr., El Desperado, and Yoshinobu Kamamaru. Kind of expected them to drop those 6-man belts to them, but ended up with Sho hitting a spike power drive on the Kanemaru. It was okay. It's not much I could say from this, but yeah, the heels got the win over the faces because I know they saw them, or maybe they are. Then again, both these teams are heels. I can't really say nobody's a face here, but Bullet Club technically went over right here, or House of Torture, which I got some things to say about that in a second, anyways. Right after that, the IWGP Tag Team titles on the line. United Empire, Jeff Cobb and Great O'Karn going against Chase Owens and Bad Luck Fale for the titles. Good match. We've seen the United Empire show up on AEW for the past few times now. Seeing them attack people and stuff, mostly FTR. But, Cobb and O'Karn, which I don't think they should have lost the titles anyways back at the PayPay Dome, Dontaku and stuff. But, they were never pinned, and it was Goto and Yoshihashi that got pinned. So I'm not surprised they did win the tag titles back. A good match, though. Tore the Islands onto Chase Owens. Rocky Romero ended up trying to attack O'Karn and Cobb, but they ended up getting taken out then because he's trying to attack after what happened with him and Trent Beretta on Ring of Honor, on AEW a few weeks ago for those Ring of Honor titles. Could the IWGP Tag Team titles be on the line at the Forbidden Door? It looks like it, and maybe FTR putting on the Ring of Honor belts on the line. So we'll see what happens with that. Also, a big announcement. The G1, the competitors were announced. The G1 is next month, and this is now the biggest field, I believe, at this point of 28 people. It'll be a four-block tournament, so no more A block and B block. I guess it'll be a C and D block. But a lot of people that was announced for this, and some new names, people making their debuts, or from other companies that are involved. But the following people that are in there are Okada, Tanahashi, Naito, Goto's in it, Tamatanga, Shingo Takagi, Chase Owens, Bad Luck Fale, Yujiro Takahashi, Evil, Tom Lawler making his debut. We've seen Tom Lawler a lot on New Japan Strong, if you watch that. So good to see some people from New Japan Strong getting some shine into this. Juice Robinson, now part of Bullet Club. Jonah, I don't really think he's an Impact like that anymore, but I know he's on New Japan. He's got that TDMK group. So Jonah making his G1 debut. Yoshihashi, Toru Yano, Tomohiro Ishii, Jeff Cobb, Great O'Khan, Will Ospreay, Aaron Hanare finally getting to the G1. See Hanare many years in New Japan, but finally getting his shot in the G1 now, being part of the United Empire. Sonata, Jay White, Kenta. Yeah, Jay White has been in G1 since for the past couple years, I think, or year or two, because he must have been in America, but Jay White's back. El Phantasmo, just saw him in the Best of the Super Juniors, but now he's in the main one. Tai Chi, Zack Sabre Jr., Lance Archer got a pretty big pop, I should say. Especially the new names got some big pops. But when Archer, got a big pop, even though he's representing AEW, he's still technically in Suzuki Gun. And David Finlay making his debut. I know some people did say some names were probably missing or not in the tournament. I know Minoru Suzuki. I'm surprised he's not in the tournament. Also, no Kota Ibushi, but then again, Kota Ibushi's got a whole big thing going on with New Japan right now. If you've seen the back and forth between that and him exposing that the people that have been fucking him over. So Ibushi's not even in it, or Ibushi is still hurt with his shoulder thing. I'm not really sure, but we kind of know what's been going on with him lately. I would have expected somebody from Impact to join. I kind of was hoping Josh Alexander. Shit, I would have liked if Eddie Edwards or somebody from Impact Wrestling would have joined. Lance Archer, we already know Lance Archer's been in New Japan, but I guess he's, from AEW and stuff. But then again, it's not like AEW been really doing anything. They really haven't been doing anything with Lance Archer. So putting in the G1, I'm cool with that. So Lance Archer had a great showing the last time he was in the G1, but, being AEW, it stopped. So did I expect more AEW people to be in there? Maybe. I'm sure a lot of people maybe hoping where Danielson was going to be in there, or Mox was going to be back, or shit, anybody could have surprised us with anyone from AEW joining. Shit, maybe Adam Cole or something like that being in the G1 tournament. But no, we did not see any of those. But like I said, more people, 28 in this match, 28 people in this whole tournament. And like I said, a lot of people. Either making their debuts or returns, or that just wrestling another tournament will be in this tournament. But a lot of people heavily involved. Like I said, we know the pandemic has fucked this thing up for the past few years now, but we got a lot of big heavy hitters in the G1 this year. So really looking forward to that next month. Hiroshi Tanahashi went against Hiroki Goto to see who would face Jon Moxley for the AEW title at the Forbidden Door. Listen, there's no surprise that Tanahashi won this match. Good match, don't get me wrong, but come on, who did anybody really believe Tanahashi was going to lose? They've been building this Tana Mox thing for the past few years now. We know what's been going on with that. I don't know why it took Punk getting hurt to still make this match happen, but who will become the AEW champion, or interim, like they like to call it? I don't know why they just don't crown a new champion, but whatever, I guess. But at least the match is finally happening. Shingo Takagi went against Tai Chi for this that King of Pro Wrestling trophy. Honestly, I don't know what the rules are. The thing is this: if you get a pinfall, even for like a few seconds, like it was like a lead, like a point lead, which was kind of a little bit exciting and wasn't bad. But sometimes these rules to this King of Pro Wrestling trophy just change all the time, and I kind of find it weird that Shingo was the world champion, then they pushed him on to this. So Shingo retained, but I still wonder why they don't have Shingo doing nothing bigger. But he'll be in the G1. Like I said, this guy was the world champion not that long ago. Carl Anderson went against Tamatanga for the Never Openweight title. Very good match between both of these two. But yes, for the Never Openweight championship. I enjoyed this match. Yeah, it was going to be a little bit shenanigans. I know Tonga Loa wasn't there due to a knee injury and stuff. But I enjoyed this match of both Carl Anderson and Tama Tonga. I actually thought Tama was going to get the win here, but Gallows tried to get in the ring. Tama took him down with the gun stun, but then Anderson did his own gun stun, so now he is now the new never openweight champion. So he beat him from there. Next, Will Ospreay when he gets Sonata to see who become the vacant U.S. champion. Juice Robinson could not make this show and was stripped of the title. Unfortunately, he has appendicitis, so they had to take the belt from him. Some people believe in his belt is cursed, given that's what happened with these title changes with this U.S. title for a good minute now, just due to unfortunate injuries and stuff. So it was vacant. We all know Sonata had to give it up due to going against Will Ospreay because Ospreay's knee landed on his eye and hurt his orbital bone. So I kind of found it weird that they got these two going back against each other. But this was a good match, though, with Ospreay and them. Ospreay finally getting the win because the whole story of Ospreay getting screwed for a while now. New Japan, from any of these matches he's been in, or, fluke wins from people. Shit, the one I was in Chicago against John Moxley, we weren't sure who really won that match there for a second. So there's a lot going on with that. But Ospreay did win the U.S. title. The thing is this, the U.S. title's not in Japan right now because I guess I got to get the belt from Juice Robinson still in America. So Ospreay won, but he just doesn't have the belt right now. But in the main event was Jay White versus Kazuchika Okada for the IWGP title. This was great. Great main event in general. And honestly, I was hoping that Jay White was going to win. I just was done with this Okada title reign again. I enjoyed this match. You almost couldn't tell who was going to win right here, but because who was going to go to Forbidden Door as champion, and it ended up being but Jay White. After multiple reverses of, Blade Runners and, Rainmakers and stuff, Jay White finally got the Blade Runner for the win and won the match. Bullet Club came out there and celebrated. I thought House of Torture was technically in Bullet Club, so they don't count, or I thought they were all in Bullet Club within each other. So I don't know why they didn't come out, but Bullet Club celebrated. Great match. Everybody got beers. Jay White got on the microphone telling Hangman, you want Okada, you can have him because you ain't getting this, okay? And as he is the new champion, talk about, I sold out Madison Square Garden and the United Center. I'm, being leader of Bullet Club. This is my era and everything, the Switchblade era. So, like I said, whatever usually Jay White says, he says it all the time, okay? But yeah, being a catalyst in professional wrestling right now. And everything. So yeah, everybody celebrated, and the post comments, I'm not going to go into most of those, you can go watch that yourself, but basically addressing AEW and a lot that's going on there, and how Bullet Club will go into the Forbidden Door. Shout out to Adam Cole, he did too. So yeah, will Jay White face Hangman Page for the IWGP title at Forbidden Door? I don't know, because either way, if Hangman was ever going to go against Okada or Jay White, one of those two Hangman was never going to beat any of the two. But I'm very glad Jay White has finally won the world title, though. I'm cool with this decision. I actually would have thought Ospreay would have won back in, January at Wrestle Kingdom, but they ran with like I said, New Japan's 50th anniversary and stuff. I guess they wanted Okada to be the flag bearer for a good minute. But yes, Jay White is now the new IWGP world champion. I still hate that title belt, by the way. I miss the old IWGP title. I just don't like that belt. I don't like it, but I am glad he won. So I did not stay up the entire night. I was up half the night watching it, but I ended up falling asleep, and I finished the rest of it this morning. I think I fell asleep in Tama Tonga and Carl Anderson halfway through. I guess I was just tired. I should have had some coffee before watching that show because it started at about 11 to 12. Oh, yeah, I thought I could do it, but I didn't drink any coffee. So I still, I fell asleep, but I ended up finishing the show this morning. So overall, great show. Great pay-per-view or whatever, Dominion, whatever you want to call it, if you want to call it pay-per-view, but I enjoyed Dominion, one of the bigger shows, so yeah, I'm looking forward to the G1, and we're going to see what happens. Hey, the Forbidden Door's coming up this month, so we'll see what happens then. So a lot of, things leading into this month, okay? But other than that, I'm out of here. A lot of title changes. We had like about 4 title changes tonight. Yeah, heavyweight, U.S. was vacant, never open weight, and tag team titles. So a lot of title changes, so yeah. But I'm out of here. I'll see you guys later. Comment, subscribe, follow me on Twitter at HoodandKnight890. I will see you guys then. Peace out.